I got interested in the LA River as sort of nature that's in the city. There's a lot of environmental causes like global warming and saving the rainforest that feel very far off, and the river is really nature in the middle of our neighborhoods, in our cities. Healing the river really is going to mean healing our neighborhoods. We need our neighborhoods to be greener, we need creeks flowing into the river, and it can really be sort of a spine, a connective tissue running throughout the neighborhoods. I call myself an urban environmentalist. My focus is less about preserving sort of pristine wilderness. I tend to think of what's the mix in our city that's good for families and kids and really healthy for people, healthy for the environment. And I think bringing this river back to health can play a huge role in making Los Angeles a great place to live in. As I begin to care about the Los Angeles River and want it to be healthier, I look at how I live. How does my consumption, how does my transportation impact the ecosystems around me? And so I live at Los Angeles Eco Village, which is a place that's looking at how can we live ecologically within the city? And we look at issues that directly impact the river. How do we soak rainwater into the ground? How do we recycle our water using gray water systems? But also other ecological issues, air pollution and energy and all kinds of stuff. This is my washing machine, and it's actually hooked up to the garden on what's called a gray water system. What gray water does is it takes water either from your sink or from your washing machine, and that water's still plenty clean for nature, so it sends that water out into the garden. We installed this system in about 3 hours. It cost about between $100 and $150. So the pipe comes out of the wall there, it comes down the wall, and then it goes under the ground right here, and then down along the building right there. So this is the end of where the washing machine line comes to. Basically, the wash water comes down this pipe, and then out these little kind of emitters, little holes. And it's actually a really good system for perennials, for things like fruit trees and strawberries and artichokes. And actually you can even see there's all these feijoas, pineapple guava. They grow really well in Los Angeles without any extra water, but they grow gangbusters if they get a little water. So a lot of sort of tropical trees, stuff that would grow here normally but likes a little more water than we get, really like being fed by gray water. This is what's called a passive water harvesting earthwork. So when it rains, a lot of our sloped surfaces, the rainwater will just run off and leave the property. And what this does is level terracing helps that rainwater spread out, and it slows it down, and it lets that rainwater soak into the earth. And that'll prevent flooding and pollution in our creeks and streams too. Yeah, so Los Angeles Eco Village started in the 1990s. We're what's called an intentional community. We're a bunch of folks who got together and decided to try to live ecologically. We have potluck dinners, we have speakers, we compost, we grow our food, we ride bikes, we have solar panels, we have bees on the roof. Really trying to look at how can folks live in the city in a way that's as sustainable as possible. ¿Quieres fruta? ¿Quieres la verde o la amarilla? ¿Verde? Where's... ¿Eso?
Thank you.
De nada.